Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Pope, and I'm here to discuss with you how our SkinPick program works. I'm a part of the marketing team here at SkinPick, and I have trichotillomania myself. So I'm very aware of what a person with a body-focused repetitive behavior has to deal with on a day-to-day basis. This webinar will take about 20 minutes, and I encourage you to ask questions at the end because we will have a Q&A then. You can type them in as we go or just wait to the end. But here we go. So the structure of our program is a two-stage program. It is structured and customized. There will be regular communication with your therapist, and you will have the possibility of adjusting the content to suit your specific needs. We have a personal program and a program for parents. The personal program is ages 15 and up, and the parents program is 14 and below. For the personal parents program, in some cases, we can have a child register in the personal program, and the parent can register for the parent program if they want to do two programs at one time. In this case, we make sure that they are assigned to the same therapist, and the parent will get a 50% discount on the parent's account. But to see if that option's right for you, you should just contact our customer support and we can help you figure that out. But we have a two-stage process. Stage one is structured and deals with the picking and the urge, and the second deals with and explores the causes. So the main session structure, the first part is going to be the session text that introduces basic concepts and provides relevant information about the different aspects of skin picking. The second part is worksheets. The worksheets are going to be questions that help you process session material and provide starting points for your correspondence with your therapist. Many people try to do these together, and we will say that taken together, these can be very intense parts of the program. People have a tendency to want to rush through it, and by doing so, they might not really have enough time to try out all the techniques and really digest the information and give the assignments at the time that they require. A lot of these worksheets will be questions that you might not have asked yourself specifically before, and some of these can be hard to answer. And to help your therapist, how to help your therapist the most is to give as detailed as an answer as you can, because all of our therapists have experience in body focused repetitive behaviors, but every situation is individual. So we want to make sure that you give your therapist the right amount of information. So we encourage you to take your time on the worksheets. And the next part is assignments. After your therapist gets to know your situation, they will assign you assignments each week so that you will have a practical new assignment that will lead to insights and change. That part is pretty individual. There are predefined ones that we have at first, but then you will start to get the individual ones as your therapist seems appropriate or deems appropriate. All right, every therapist that works with us has knowledge and prior experience to help you with skin picking. We simply do not employ therapists that do not know how to treat body focused repetitive behaviors. Everyone not only has knowledge but prior experience. We insist on them having experience because this is a specialized program. Communication is done in writing. Therapists typically respond in 24 hours on weekdays. Every therapist has mastered all CBT-based techniques that we use in the program, but they bring something special to the table based off their experiences as well. Your therapist can help you customize the program based off your needs. If you want to approach or explore some ideas or theories, you should just communicate that to your therapist. Our therapists are very open and flexible. So theory and techniques. We deal with evidence-based techniques. We use evidence-based techniques because that gives us a program that works well for most people. But we are willing to explore more than that if a specific client wants to. If you want to learn more about the HRT and ACT, we have designated webinars for those, but we will talk about them in this presentation. The first part of the program is based on habit reversal training, which is the HRT. And the second part of the program is based on acceptance and commitment therapy, which is ACT. You can add more techniques and theoretical perspectives through conversations with your therapist. But if you do want to learn more about the HRT and ACT, you're more than welcome to look at those webinars online. So the first one we're going to talk about is HRT, which is the habit reversal training. This is a behavioral treatment designed to address a wide variety of repetitive behaviors, including skin picking, hair pulling, nail biting, thumb sucking, tics, etc. It is based on building awareness of picking and identifying triggers and finding replacement for those habits. Studies show us that it works in reducing the behavior itself, but as a mere behavioral treatment, it's only the start of our journey. Building awareness is a key point that most people try to skip so that they know in advance how to curb their instincts. This is something that is very important. If, for example, if you know that watching TV that you're not really engaged in is a trigger point, you will avoid those situations. But many people don't really know those situations or certain people or certain atmospheres that is a trigger point for you. And during the habit reversal training, we will identify those times or spaces or people that cause you to be triggered and cause the skin picking to start. So the ACT is the acceptance and commitment therapy. It was developed by Stephen C. Hayes in 1982. It is a form of third wave of CBT that emphasizes acceptance, values, and mindfulness. In HRT, we dealt with the behavior, and here we are going to learn how to deal with the urge and all the difficult emotions that can lead to picking. ACT can be considered a step up or the next stage through the chain of our different therapies. Our core concept for acceptance and commitment therapy is experiential avoidance. Experiential avoidance is a kind of defense mechanism, a group of behaviors that include body-focused repetitive behavior that helps us cope with intense experiences by channeling the energy of an emotion into picking or pulling without actually having to reflect on said emotion or process it. Experiential avoidance is best seen when people say they are perfectly calm but still pick, evidence of what an effective but unhealthy strategy this really is. So the customized part, after you complete the structured program, you will continue with the custom part that allows you to explore the aspects of skin picking that are relevant to you. They allow you to go deeper and further explore the causes of skin picking, as well as develop more advanced coping strategies. The pace of this program is also customizable at this point. This part is really different for every person, since every person's lived individual lives and everyone's lives are different. So causes and meanings of body-focused repetitive behaviors can be highly individual. This is considered our third level. First, we dealt with the behavior, which is HRT, then the urges, thoughts, and emotions, which is ACT, and now this part, we are learning about what has caused the whole thing. Will our program work? After 3 weeks, 80% of our clients experience symptom reduction. Within 3 months, clients experience a 46% reduction in symptom intensity. 91% of our clients who finish the main module of the program recommended to others. This data is collected by patients and clients who have completed the whole program. So payment. We are a subscription-based program. Our monthly price is $260 every 4 weeks. So the subscription renews until cancellation. Even though the price may seem high, you will have daily communication with your therapist and someone who's guaranteed to know how to deal with a skin picking problem, which is very hard to find in your average in-person therapy office. Our price is less than 2 average live sessions put together, which is usually around $600. We only take direct payment, and we can help you figure out through our customer support if you need a promo code or any kind of questions about insurance, reimbursement. You can just contact our customer support, who will be on a slide later. But we have free resources. We have a self-monitoring app that we really encourage you to look for. This helps you track urges and helps you realize what time might be the worst time for your picking. It helps you realize what areas you might need to work on, but it also helps you track the progress that you make. We have monthly webinars. We have 2 webinars for skin picking and trick stop, but there will be 1 webinar each month about a topic that was voted on the previous webinar. So I want to mention to participate in that live of the webinar so that you can vote for the topic. But our other webinars are talking about our program and how our program works, because it is, we want to make sure you get all the information before you sign up. We also have support groups for members, and if you can't find the link online, you can just message our customer support and we will send that for you. But those support groups are over Zoom, which is very nice. And we have those at least once a week, if not twice a week. But those are very, very helpful. And everyone in the support groups are very, very nice. We have our Facebook group at skinpick.com that I encourage you to join, and follow all of our social media for encouraging tips and promo codes and updates on webinars and everything. So here is our contact, and for our contact and Q&A part of the presentation, here is our customer support email if you want to ask any questions. For any questions that we have in the Q&A that I can't answer, because I'm not a doctor, I work with the marketing team, we have our clinical leads email right here, and for any specific like medication or supplement questions. But we do have a promo code for this webinar. Use this promo code here for a $100 discount for your first month. And on your right on the slide, you're going to see what our app looks like. So this is the time, if you have any questions, to send those questions in. One question says, how much time would you say this program requires per week? We encourage you to put time into each section because each section is very important, but usually if you are consistent with doing your work with the program, it usually takes 2 to 3 months to complete the whole thing. But just a few times a week, just depending on what you want to do, knowing that if you put more work in during the week, you will finish the program faster. But if you don't have enough time during the week, you can spread it to however many months you need. Another person says, do we actually get to speak to a therapist or is everything through writing? With our communication that you have with your therapist, it will only be through writing, but I find that helpful because you can reread advice or lessons that your therapist gives you. Um, they're not through Zoom. Our support groups are through Zoom, but your messenger and your messaging with your therapist will be through Messenger or through email. Are there any more questions? Do we have any more questions? All right. I want to thank everyone for coming, and I really appreciate you asking questions. Oh, wait, we have another question. One person asked, what is this program? We are a specialized program for skin picking. It's an online program to guarantee that you have access to a therapist who understands and knows how to help you with skin picking and has prior experience to it, which can be hard to find. We have with our program, it is very helpful. We have other resources. We are we have a lot of information to give through webinars, through forums, through blogs, through our support group, our Facebook group. We are an overload of information about body focus repetitive behaviors, which can be hard to find. But yeah, we have a lot of success with our program, and we want to encourage as many people who struggle with skin picking, and there is a lot of people who do. So if you're on this call, just know that you are not alone in your struggles. There are many people all around the world who deal with these issues as well. Someone says, does this therapist work with your own personal therapist? Um, you will have your assigned therapist and you will stay with them for most of the program, but Vladimir is the clinical lead. You might get him as your therapist, but he is also in charge of the other therapists. So if you have any questions or any concerns about your therapist, that is a good person to talk to. Are there any more questions? All right. I want to thank you all for joining, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.